Welcome to Agents of Screen, the first and only place for movie reviews live at the cinema. Just want to say a very happy new year to you. We have just finished watching The Gentleman, our first film of the year. Guy Ritchie's new gangster movie starring Matthew McConaughey, Colin Farrell, Charlie Hunnam, and of course, Hugh Grant. Let's jump straight into first impressions. Greg, what do you think of this movie?
Well, clearly one of us dressed for the part. I'm dressed like a gentleman.
You are looking very suave.
Thank you. Yeah, first impressions, absolutely brilliant. Great start to the new year. It was a really good film. It's almost as good as Snatch, if not better. It is a Guy Ritchie masterpiece. Is slightly too far. I have to let it simmer, but absolutely brilliant film to start the new year. Highly recommended.
Wow. Okay, it's a strong first impression. I'm quite shocked and stumbled. I'm not sure what I've
watched the same movie as me.
well, that's what I'm trying to figure out if I did. I mean, to say it's close to Snatch. Wow.
I don't know if this comes under first impressions, but Matthew McConaughey for me was any film he was in was a no-go zone. Wedding Planner, what was that? How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days, whatever that was.
Pause.
Yeah. Absolute poisonous films, right? But now a Matthew McConaughey film is a must-watch. Added to that, you got Charlie Hunnam, Jax from Sons of Anarchy, Hugh Grant. Imagine 10 years ago, you said to me, should we go and watch a Matthew McConaughey and Hugh Grant movie?
Hang on, let me imagine that.
Right, now imagine what I would have done to you. I would have backhanded you. Right, now, 2020,
2020.
Hugh Grant and Matthew McConaughey in absolutely outstanding performances in one of the best movies of the year.
I have
so
to
far.
agree with you on that. That one worked. So as for me, I wouldn't quite say it's on a par with Snatch or close to Snatch. I think it's got a long way to go yet. But first impressions, I did enjoy the film for the most part. Okay, for the most part. So Greg, you seem to love this film so much, couldn't recommend it enough from your first impressions. Good start of the year. Looks like 2020 is going to be a better year for films based on this in your eyes. So tell all 17, what did you like about this movie?
Just the cast was great. The acting was superb. I like Guy Ritchie's kind of storytelling as it is, with the whole in and out flashbacks, flash forwards, all that sort of like storytelling. Little twists, little turns throughout the movie. Obviously it's a British movie as well. I felt it was just a very, very well told story all throughout. Wasn't sure, it wasn't predictable. It wasn't overly complicated either. It was just a very good story. Very good story. Superb acting.
Completely agree. I thought the acting performances were really good throughout this movie. Not just from the top dogs like Matthew McConaughey and Hugh Grant. I thought they were brilliant. I think probably my favourite character was Charlie Hunnam. I really enjoyed his character, to be fair. But even the guys in the lower ranks, such as Bugsy Malone, made an appearance. I was actually quite pleasantly surprised with.
Who
Bugsy Malone. Watch this.
Who did he play?
He played Ernie.
Okay.
Put Manny on the map.
Yeah, no. Ernie was good. I didn't know that. I didn't know who played him. Who?
But Bugsy Malone, Manny on the map.
Oh, I don't know who that is. But yeah, go on, Harris. So what else do you like?
And like Greg said, I also did like the storytelling. I do disagree about the predictability.
Really?
Yeah, I do, just a little bit. Just
what did you predict?
the climax. There was a certain party that was mentioned throughout this movie which you didn't see. They were bound to come in at some point. So as the climax approached, you expected them to come into play, and they did.
So I forgot about them because of the way the movie ended, or we thought it was ending. I forgot, and then that came into play, and you went, "Oh yeah, I forgot about them. How is that going to be concluded now?" And then that got concluded in a way that I didn't expect it to. So yeah, I didn't think it was that predictable at all.
I think, come that point, you also disbelieve that the Emirates being used and not the Tottenham Hotspur toilet seat stadium, that you probably lost a little bit of interest, so forgot about that bit. But I will move on from that. It's not a problem. It's understandable. I tell you what I really did like about this film actually. What I liked. So Matthew McConaughey, his character, he's a bit of a boss in this film. Yeah, he is top dog. He is inspiring, and I won't tell you what business he's in, but it's very lucrative. And how he does it very well. And what was clever, what they done in this movie, was take a completely different angle, something that I've never seen before. And now I think to myself, do you know what? I bet that's actually the case.
Bearing in mind, Guy Ritchie probably moves in them circles. He's got that idea from somewhere, isn't he? So
there's no smoke without fire, I think they say.
There you go.
So is there anything else you liked about this movie?
Yeah, what I also liked, I just think, without going into too much detail, the way they kind of incorporated different classes. We saw Southeast London, the posh part of Croydon they mentioned. We're live from the posh part of Croydon. Aristocrats, as you say, the gentlemen,
big word,
the upper class, let's say,
upper class, yeah.
And also the scum at the Emirates. They actually included a vast variety of people, and I thought that was good the way they incorporated it all.
Okay, so you've heard what we like about the film. Let's get into our dislike. So, Greg, let's kick it with you again. High praise for this. High praise. Too high praise. What did you not like, if anything?
I can't really say I disliked anything in particular. I can nitpick, I can pick holes. Some of the scenes, let's just say, like when they were in the estate, for an example, and as bosses, how they went about trying to hide evidence and trying to stop themselves from being incriminated, I felt was done for more comedic value, whereas in real life it wouldn't go down like that. However, there's nothing wrong with a bit of comedic value. It broke it up. So although it's a dislike for realism rather than I liked it because I laughed. So
I can see you're dressed like a boss tonight. But how do you know it doesn't go down like that in real life? Are you implying that you're part of a circle that we don't know about?
Yeah, I wouldn't be able to comment on that.
Have you seen things?
Again, I am not at liberty to comment on those sort of issues.
As for me, I agree with you on the aspects of just the different dynamics, if you like, crossing paths, how they interact with each other. If you're a gangster mob, would you really be dealing with certain clientele in such a way? Probably not. I'm with you now. I didn't like that part. Yeah.
It was for comedy.
And especially, one scene they were in Croydon. We're Croydon boys. We're from Croydon. There's no one in Croydon like that. That is not Croydon, mate. That is, mate. I don't know what that is. That's bloody Pikeys on Gypsy Hill saying that ain't Croydon. So yeah, so I agree with you on that front. I feel like as gangsters, they'll probably move a little bit differently. But with that said, as I touched on, I thought Charlie Hunnam was his character. I thought, you know what? I bet that's what a gangster's like. Did it do enough to keep me on my toes? Probably not. I do like Guy Ritchie's style. I thought at the beginning he was trying to sort of decide whether he wanted to stylize the movie or do just a straight cut, just gangster flick. So I wasn't too sure about that. It seemed to slow down as the movie went on, or maybe he lost interest. I don't know. But apart from that, there's not too much I didn't like. It didn't recapture that brilliance from Lock, Stock or Snatch. Not for me. Is it a good film? Yes, but it did not capture that brilliance.
Like Lock, Stock and Snatch are very similar films, very similar dialogue, very similar the way it was shot. This is different. This was done differently, but you can see that Guy Ritchie has matured as a director. He's taken a different approach to it, and I thought it was brilliant. I thought it was, like I said, in terms of storytelling, in terms of the story being told, it's just as good as them. I think it's just as good, if not better.
Ooh, wow, that is a statement. You really want to start 2020 with a bombshell like that? Whoa, so this movie was on a level, if not better, than Lock, Stock and Snatch. Is that what you just said?
It's better than Lock, Stock. Snatch, as I say, I haven't seen Snatch for a while. But,
you're not married? You're a married man, yeah?
Good one.
Married?
I'm married, yeah.
Okay, that's what married life's like. You don't see Snatch. Cool. Alright, cool. Okay, so you've heard our likes, you've heard our dislikes. Let's get into the scores. This is my favorite bit. Greg, you know, the film's The Gentleman. I'm going to be a gentleman. You are dressed like a gentleman, but we all know the truth. What's your score?
Okay, I just think because of the acting performances, like, come on, like Hugh Grant in that sort of role, who would ever have thought it? You got to see, if you're thinking of seeing this film, go for the Hugh Grant alone. That is amazing. The storytelling, as I say, I mean, you've mentioned it, Charlie Hunnam, Colin Farrell, another surprise when he came on screen, just absolutely killed it. Obviously the boss man himself, Matthew McConaughey, supporting cast galore, superb film, great start to the year, and it could be because the end of 2019 really hurt, you know, really hurt. So this, I'm glad, like, it was a good experience to bring that back up. I'm going to kick this off with a potential movie of the year, 8.5.
Very, very big score. Very big score. Good start to the year. Okay, as for myself, echo what Greg said. The acting performances in this movie was brilliant. I was really skeptical about Matthew McConaughey being the lead in this type of movie. You know, being American in a British flick, you know, Guy Ritchie, I was really skeptical. But he pulled it off brilliantly. And like you said, Hugh Grant, again, I wasn't expecting that kind of performance from him. It was uncomfortably brilliant.
Like, I will go and see the next Hugh Grant movie now. Because of this, I'll look out for it.
Pause. Love the direction, love the sets, love the angles, love the storytelling. Just didn't quite have that magic of Lock, Stock and Snatch. Not for me. You know, with that said, still a very good film, and it started off the year well. It's giving me lots of optimism. I'm going to give it a 7.5. That has been our review for Guy Ritchie's new movie, The Gentleman. Great start to the year, but let us know what you thought about it. Please share, like, don't forget to subscribe. As always, I've been your boy Adam.
I've been the gentleman.
Can you say it with your chest, please?
This is how bosses speak.
Happy New Year. We've been at Agents of Screen. Peace.